26th, the 26th day of October. That's when I'm writing this. That makes half 100 days since I last uploaded and another half before you even get the chance to watch this. 16. That's my age. I turn 17 next year. I'm by no means old, but I'm not necessarily young either. I'm in this weird phase in my life where I'm simultaneously an adult and a child. I make decisions in the next few years of my life that impact the rest of my time here, and by here I do mean Earth. So what should I study? Politics? Economics? Maybe biology? I lied to a good friend of mine. I lied to you guys too. More on that later. When we were about to get some muffins, he said to me, "What do you want to do when you're older?" He wants to study politics and something else. I respect that. Then in the future, he's gonna do something related to that. I respect that. I also told him I have no idea, which was the first lie. Hundreds, literally hundreds of jobs exist out there, especially now. And there are engineers, firefighters, teachers, so many more that you're familiar with. How can I look him in the eye and tell him I wanted to be any of those? That would be a lie too. Not that I have a problem with lying. I want to do this. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to make videos that are entertaining, educational to some if any extent, and something that I can be proud to show other people and say, hell yeah, I made that. You know, something people can associate me with and nothing being wrong with it. Like, yeah, he's the YouTube kid, but he makes pretty good videos, so I won't bully him today. Oh, thank you. Sounds childish, but like I said at the start, I'm still allowed to be childish. 12. Completely irrelevant number, just wanted to keep up the trend. I come from the western parts of Africa, Nigeria specifically, where the belts are always ready for a whooping. And all I ate were ripe mangoes and, I don't know, rice. I don't have an accent, but occasionally it does come up when I'm angry or dying of laughter. I know some people say I sound American, but I'm not. Just watched a lot of American TV when I was younger. I was raised and brought up with the idea of linear occupations. It's not what they're called, but that's just the big boy name I'ma call them because I don't know what they're actually called. You wake up at 9, work till 5, then pay all your bills whilst eating takeaway with your stay-at-home wife with 3 kids and a hamster, or a ghost, depending on which house you get. Back then, I wanted to be a doctor, and life was simple. Well, of course life was simple. The only real thing I had to worry about were my plants that I watered when I got back from school. I even knew who I was gonna marry. Well, who I wanted to marry. Her name is, actually, that's like a story for another video. I will never make that video. When I was in year 6 or 5th grade for the American folk, my parents decided they wanted me to move to the United Kingdom. Loved it here, still do. Introduced me to many concepts and ideas I'd only seen on television before. I'd only really connected to the internet 3 or 4 times before, and that was my mom letting me play internet games because I was bored on a Friday afternoon. Can't remember which games exactly they were because quite frankly, it doesn't matter. I need all of that brain space for more important things. I was literally introduced to a whole new world. About the whole accent thing, this is where you would say that I lost mine. I was insecure about the way I sounded, still am, just not as much. I forced a new accent on myself to blend in with the white people, and that's how I have this extra sexy voice that you're listening to right now. That's also why when I let my emotions take over, like when I'm angry, it comes back. A lot of channel changes have been made. I guess it's because I'm still trying to figure out which version of myself I like the most. So far, it's led me to literally talking to a brick. I'm alone in this room, and knowing how dead my channel is entirely my fault. This is probably only gonna get like 10 views and 2 likes. Yes, my sister does watch this. My little introvert soul feels comfortable here, speaking to potentially everyone whilst also talking to nobody. It's nice. I don't know how long this video is going to turn out to be. Knowing my track record, we're probably looking at a solid 5 minutes, but that is probably better than anything I've ever put out there. You know, all those other videos, they're just trash. Don't watch them. This is like the best video on my channel right now, as presuming I actually put effort into this video, which I hope I do. If I don't, you can feel free to unsub. I don't mind. I have idols, people I look up to. Nobody I aspire to be like, but to be better than. I'm competitive like that. Made a video on those I look up to, don't watch it, it's trash. And I already said, I admire their success, their craft, the effort they put into what they do for a living. It's actually very late. I'm going to sleep. I'll be back tomorrow morning. And yes, it's already tomorrow, which is actually still today for me right now. In that case, does tomorrow ever actually arrive. If you're wondering, yes, it did take me 2 days to record this because I didn't want this whole bit to be fake, because that's just, you know, that's just dumb. Like, why fake it when you can just, alright, no one's buying this shit. They told me to look forward to tomorrow. Who exactly they is, I have no idea. To work towards tomorrow, and I do that, and I will be happy tomorrow. The choices I make today only affect a different tomorrow. Oh, that sounded way more woke than it did when I was scripting. Obviously, things are a little different around here, and I will try to keep this look for a while, but no promises. I've already changed my style 3 times now. I don't know exactly why it changed. I guess I was just bored. Upload schedule is now a thing I plan on doing. I just don't know what it actually is yet, so just check my Twitter at some point this decade. About the huge break, I've just been figuring out stuff. Hopefully I can continue to make entertaining, hopefully I can continue to make videos for you people of the earth. You see this video over here? Well, it's not actually the video, it's the thumbnail, but you've seen this, right? It's a lie. In fact, it was such a huge lie that it is now private. I don't want people thinking I got my name on accident. Now I'm talking about name origin, and this might seem irrelevant to the title, and don't get me wrong, it is, but if I do find a way to make this whole thing come full circle at the end, then congrats me, you're not actually as bad as writing essays as I thought you were, which is what all this is, just a glorified essay.
What is he doing?
Like I said, I'm Nigerian, but I live here, UK, with all the other UK dwellers. My channel was going to be called Scope. Well, Scope Gaming. It meant absolutely nothing. I just like the word scope. In fact, I made a second channel called Scope Genix, but deleted it soon after because the videos were too trash and I don't really feel like making bad, low quality videos right now. The second contestant for my name was the one I actually went with, Goat Gaming. If you have ears, in fact, you don't even need 2, just the 1 ear. You can tell that the word goat and Ohbori are 2 different words. But what if I told you that they weren't? At this point, any sane person is probably thinking 3 things right now. When does this video end? How are Ohbori and goat the same thing? Why would you want your channel to be called Goat Gaming anyway? When it does, they are, and I'm about to explain. See, a goat is a 4-legged mammal with horns and strange tasting milk, if you ask me, but that's only because I'm used to the stuff that cows make. But GOAT, as an acronym, also means the greatest of all time. And that, my friends, is the plan. I changed my name to the Ohbori, the greatest of all time. Okay, so now you're thinking that makes sense, but how are GOAT and Ohbori the same? Well, when translated from English to my traditional African language, GOAT directly translates to 6 letters, Ohbori. And to make things come full circle, like I'm an expert at writing essays, I often ask myself, what do you want to be when you're older? Of course, you know, the title is, what I just said, but I often answer back, the greatest of all time. At what specifically, I don't know yet, but that's the plan. Thanks guys so much for watching. Check out my Twitter for more channel updates with random retweets, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.